Hello and welcome to another episode of Dominant Desires, the podcast, a podcast where you can get BDSM information, advice, and more. My name is Rajan Dominari, and on today's episode, I'll be talking about the differences between a person being dominant versus one being domineering, as the two seem to be notoriously conflated, and I've decided that it's about time that I shed some light on the matter. So, let's get started. An arrogant man is domineering, whilst a confident man is dominant. Now, this is something that I was told a long time ago by an elder member of my house, and to be completely honest, I've never forgotten it. For a long time now, I've noticed that more and more people that have found their way into this lifestyle are confused as to what the difference is between a person being dominant versus one that's just simply, domineering, whatever, a fucking bully or whatever. Anyways, just one being domineering. Now, this is usually because of some sort of miseducation, which does happen a lot with new people, or people newer to this lifestyle, I should say. And while I have met more than a few people that would honestly nothing more than blatant, domineering wankers who should, in my opinion, you shouldn't be in charge of a fucking lamppost. There's enough of a gray area between the two for the distinction to be pretty confusing. So I'm going to hopefully clear this up a bit for you. So hopefully you're ready, because I'll probably just be talking about, I don't know, basically, I mean, it's no one here but me and my fucking living room. In any case, let's go ahead and get started, yeah? Now, we're going to start off by, figuring out what exactly does it mean to be domineering. That's the easiest one to tackle. I don't know. I didn't know what word I wanted to use there, but we're just going to start off with that one. So what exactly does it mean to be domineering? Now, according to the dictionary, and I think I was reading, I looked it up in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, the definition of one being domineering is someone who is inclined to exercise arbitrary and overbearing control over others. Those who are domineering, they use force to gain control over a submissive rather than gaining submission by earning it. And if you've heard if you ever heard me talk on the matter at all, it's always the submission is an earned thing, and it's a constantly earned thing. Just because you've gained a submissive doesn't mean, if you've gained a submissive or you've given someone your submission, they should always be earning it. It's just a thing that's supposed to happen. But a domineering person will often use some kind of threat to assert their will over a submissive, simply because they have no other way to enforce it. Therefore, people, do what this domineering person wants, typically to avoid some kind of adverse outcome. And what those levels of adversity might be, I don't know. That's very person specific, and I honestly don't know. In any case, being domineering is typically based on some severe insecurities and or a total lack of trust. And because of these insecurities, domineering people, they can't even trust people around them who actually love them. They don't love themselves and are basically incapable of accepting the love of others. So, I mean, honestly, it's I don't know to say all that. Basically, domineering people are typically the bullies. I mean, I don't have another way to say that. But to go on, now, what does it mean to be dominant? Now, the word dominant is defined as commanding, controlling, or prevailing over all others. This is once again according to, and I believe it really was, the Merriam-Webster dictionary. I don't even remember. I can't remember. I should have taken better notes. Oh well. In any case, what the hell am I saying? In contrast to the domineering person, a dominant person, they often, or most often, inspire others to do what they ask. And these people want to do these things asked of them to please the dominant person. Now, the role of a dominant is, it's just as much mentor and guide as anything else. A true dominant is one who takes charge. They lead, which is another one of those key things. Their submissives are their responsibility, and they understand this. They do take into consideration what is best for their submissive. It's one of the things that drives them, and it does in turn become one of the many things that makes their submissive want to please them. Like I said, it's a clear contrast to the domineering person, because instead of feeling like you're pressured or, I don't know, I'm gonna get, hit, beat, thrown into a corner, shoved into a kid. I don't know, whatever you kids do. It's a, clear contrast to that. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, I really can't speak today. I have no clue what the hell's going on with my voice. In any case, as an example, I could go to my submissive and I could look at her and I could calmly speak a command. And she typically would know what is expected of her because I've already trained her to know these things. And to be honest, I've always had some rather brilliant submissives for the most part, so it makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, actually, no, I don't know. It's honestly a no-brainer in some cases. Well, I guess I should count myself fortunate. In any case, my submissives, they would know exactly what would happen if they decided against something that I said. And they can make that decision in an educated way, for lack of a better word. But more than anything, she'll kneel to me because she respects me. Because she respects me. Because she enjoys doing the things that she knows will please me. And while I may intimidate her, she knows that she has absolutely no reason, zero reason to fear me. You know, I control her because I am someone that is deserving, or that she feels is deserving of her servitude. And I mean, that's really just it. You know, I mean, just to sort of, you know, sum all this up. You know, dominance isn't about size or force or how loud you become, you know, when you're angry, or when angry. It's about being in control of yourself and the ability to control another in a way that makes them happy to serve you. A good dominant never leaves their submissive feeling bad about themselves. Even if they're into humiliation, you know, they've a responsibility to pay attention to and to take care of their submissive's mental and emotional states. Because, to be completely honest, and I'm sure that some of you out there have dealt with this, constant humiliation is nothing more than abuse. That's it. And I've heard more stories, especially as of late, of people that are just some horrid people. And I don't know, it saddens me a bit. And I, unfortunately, you know, as amazing as I happen to be, I honestly can't be, you know, everyone's bloody dominant. That would just be fucking exhausting. And I'm sure some of you are fantastic people. However, I am just one person. I am. In any case, with this said, if you are feeling out of sorts with your dominant, or you're submissive for that matter, and trust me, it can happen, and you're not quite certain whether you or not what you're going through is abuse. I did write an article a while back about being in an emotionally abusive relationship, and you might want to have a look at it. I believe the article is called 20 Signs You're in an Abusive Relationship. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. 20 Signs You're in an Abusive Relationship. Now, if you do find that your dominant makes you feel this way, makes you feel that you are being abused, honestly, you might really want to rethink your relationship with them. Because, quite honestly, they're anything but a dominant. So there you have it. I hope this clears up questions in your mind as to whether your dominant is actually being a dominant to you, or simply some overbearing, bossy twat. I would definitely like to hear your thoughts on the matter, or what you thought about this episode. Now, whether you loved or hated the episode, you can let me know on social media. You can find my Twitter and Instagram accounts at Rajan Dominari, and I'm also on the wider internet on my website at dominantdesires.com. I do know that I've been away a bit, and it's mainly because between work and other projects that I do, I've become quite busy as of late. However, you do have my deepest apologies. With all this said, I am always glad to have you as a listener, and I do hope that you have a great week. I'll be back soon with another episode of Dominant Desires, the podcast. I've been Rajan Dominari, and I'll talk to you all next time. Cheers.